Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm your host Teresa Hills, and for those of you who don't know me, I've been navigating the exciting and sometimes crazy world of Cape Town's property market for just about 10 years now. I started up in real estate almost immediately upon arriving in South Africa, and now I'm the operating partner for Spectrum Realty, overseeing a residential team of around 100 agents. You can trust me when I tell you I've seen it all, from some high-value dream deals to disastrous decisions, especially in the Atlantic seaboard luxury market, which was my primary focus area. Today, I want to dive into a topic that's crucial for anyone that might be thinking about buying a home here in the mother city. So, as we all know, buying a home is probably one of the biggest financial and, let's not forget it, can also be one of the most emotional investments we will ever make. And in a market as unique and dynamic as Cape Town's, the stakes are even higher. Property here is in high demand, with capital appreciation being significant and competition can be quite fierce, but with that excitement comes a higher potential for pitfalls. If you're not prepared, I thought I would share some of my own experiences and the most common mistakes I've witnessed so that you can avoid them. So, what's the first mistake? I think it's falling in love too fast and letting emotion override logic. We can have a tendency to look with our eyes and we buy with our heart instead of using that logic. I've seen it so many times. Buyers walk into a show house, they see the stunning views, the perfect staging, and suddenly all those budget constraints and practical considerations fly out of the window. I remember a few years ago working with a lovely couple who were set on a specific Atlantic seaboard apartment. It truly ticked all of the dream home boxes visually. However, when it came to their overall budgeting, they hadn't fully factored in the exceptionally high levies for a complex, with a struggling body corporate and significant maintenance issues that, as is often the case with older buildings, weren't immediately apparent. My role, of course, was to help them uncover these potential long-term costs. Now, the Cape Town market, especially in sought-after areas, can create a sense of urgency. You feel like if you don't act now, you're going to miss out. This pressure often leads to emotional bidding wars and overpaying. My advice: stick to your budget, get pre-approved for your bond before you even start looking. And for goodness sake, if a property feels too perfect to be true, it probably is. Take a deep breath and bring a clear head, or better yet, a trusted advisor to your viewings. Through my years, I've learned not to push it. If a deal isn't coming together, if there are too many red flags, sometimes it's genuinely not meant to be. And that's a practical lesson that saves a lot of heartache. Mistake number 2, in my book, is the voetstoots trap. In South Africa, properties are often sold voetstoots, meaning as is. Now that's a hard one to say with my English tongue. In South Africa, properties are still technically sold voetstoots, meaning as is. However, it's absolutely critical to understand that this clause does not protect a seller who fails to disclose defects that they are aware of. Let's do a deeper dive here. Under the Property Practitioners Act, sellers are legally obliged to disclose all known material defects, and this is typically done through a mandatory property condition report, which we as agents must ensure is completed and provided to you. The property condition report is the seller's declaration of what they know in regards to the property's condition. It's worth noting here that despite this legal requirement and despite a completed property condition report, buyers can still fall foul. I recall a client, a first-time buyer in Woodstock, who was thrilled to get what seemed like a bargain in an older home there. They reviewed the report, which listed some minor wear and tear, and did a quick walkthrough, loving the quirky charm. They signed the offer to purchase, confident. However, a month after moving in, winter hit, and so did the leaks. It quickly became apparent that the roof was leaking. This was a significant latent defect, a problem that was not easily visible or discoverable without a deeper dive, which might not have been known even by the seller or fully appreciated on the property condition report or the quick viewing. The bargain quickly became a money pit, proving that even in a vibrant, artistic area like Woodstock, undiscovered costs are a real concern. In Cape Town, with our diverse range of properties from historical homes to new developments, property inspections are non-negotiable. I would always suggest that you get a professional home inspection. Seriously. And remember, the purchase price is just the beginning. Factor in transfer duties, conveyancing fees, bond costs, ongoing expenses like rates and levies, insurance and maintenance, Cape Town's municipal rates. While sometimes lower in valuation compared to other metros, can still be substantial, especially as your property appreciates. Don't be house poor, where all the money goes into your bond and you have nothing left for life, or worse, for unexpected repairs. Moving forward to mistake number 3, not thinking beyond the front door. It's easy to get caught up in the aesthetics of a house, but the neighbourhood is just as, if not more important. I had a young professional client who bought a trendy apartment in a vibrant, bustling area of the City Bowl. It was great for his current lifestyle, but 2 years later he was planning a family. Suddenly the lack of quiet green spaces, the challenge of parking, and the distance to good schools became major pain points. He regretted not thinking longer term. Now this leads me to a concept that we often discuss at Spectrum Realty: the worst house in the best street. Often buyers dismiss a property because it looks a bit run down or it needs significant work. But if it's in a prime location, that best street with strong capital growth and desirable amenities, then it might be a much smarter long-term investment than a perfect house in an average area. You can change the house, but you can't change the street. Cape Town's suburbs offer incredible diversity. Research your commute times, local amenities, school districts, safety statistics, and even future development plans. A vibrant up-and-coming area might be a great investment, but consider if it aligns with your lifestyle 5, 10, even 15 years down the line. The demand for properties in Cape Town, fueled by semigration and international interest, means certain areas are booming right now. Understand why and if that growth aligns with your personal needs. Now that I've shared some tough lessons, let's talk about the incredible upside of the Cape Town's market and what these mistakes ultimately teach us. Cape Town's property market is renowned for its resilience and consistent capital appreciation. It's a city that continuously attracts investment, both local and international, and with good reason. The demand for our lifestyle, our natural beauty, and our strong governance ensures a vibrant and competitive market. So, to summarise, the lessons learned from these mistakes are actually your greatest strengths here. Be strategic, not emotional. Understand the market and get pre-approved. Rely on data and professional advice, and remember, if it's not working out, it's okay to step back. Due diligence is your best friend. It's worthwhile investing in inspections and understanding all of the costs. It saves you money and heartache in the long run. Think long term. Your home is not just a place to live, it's a significant investment. Consider how the location and property will serve your evolving needs, and don't dismiss the potential of that worst house in the best street. My own journey in this market, from recruiting to heading a large team of agents at Spectrum Realty, has taught me that foresight and preparation is paramount. I've helped countless buyers navigate this market, ensuring that they make informed decisions that lead to successful and happy ownership, not regrettable mistakes. So if you are considering buying in Cape Town, don't go it alone. Leverage the experience of a local expert, and that's what we're here for. If this video resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe for more insights into the Cape Town's property market, and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on our next video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.